How's it going, guys? Welcome back. Something new, but lots to talk about in this video in the next sort of 5 or 6 minutes. It's going to be a short video just to keep you updated on what's going on. So the last video we did was the Innova reflash on the TPI. Tomorrow the bike is going out to Romania, the 300 TPI going to Romania with Eurotech. We're taking, I think, over 30 riders to Red Bull Romaniacs this year. So we're all packed. Everything gets loaded tomorrow morning, Saturday the 16th, I think it's the 16th, yeah, I think it is, whichever anyway. And then I fly out to Romania on next Friday morning, the 22nd, from Heathrow. So lots going on at the moment. Since the last video, we've had 3 really good training weekends, 2 weekends at Werndu, and a weekend at Leatherhead with my friend Carl Winter. Felt really good for the training. Really happy with the bike, with the reflash on the bike. The bike really makes good power. There's no delay or anything. I really am impressed with it. Compared with some of the other stuff what's out there, I think that the power curve is a little bit steeper as it gets to from the mid-range up. It can get a little bit crazy towards the top end. So to combat that, I've turned in the power valve 3 turns. It seems to have sorted that out. I'm really happy with it. And what I do like about it is when you want that bit of power, it's there on tap straight away. Those last second decisions to get the gas on, you know, those last minute, oh, there's a bit of an hill climb here, or there's a ditch, we need to get the front end lifted up. Rev it, it's there, it'll do it. No delay at all. So I am impressed with the Innova Power map for the cost of it, and you know, compared to other things that are out there at the moment. I went for the reflash on the Innova Power map because, like a lot of other bikes, my 19 TPI suffered from wear on the inlet side of the cylinder. Now, we got the bike up to 200 hours before we decided to do a rebuild, but at that time it needed a replate. And I think the standard maps do run lean. They don't, you know, lean to some of the aftermarket maps what are out there. So I went for the Innova Power map really for more reliability. Better fueling, better oiling, and why not, if we're doing the engine, let's see where we go with it. I have worked on a lot of 2-stroke bikes, a lot of 2-stroke TPIs. Some suffer from that inlet track scoring, some don't. I don't know what it is with these bikes. They're all different, they all run differently. So with a map, an independent map, I think the bike will be better off for it, to be honest. I know a lot of my friends have got 2-stroke performances map, which is very good, very linear, but it's expensive. And other people have gone for the Get ECU or the Cooper ECU. I think you can do your own programming on those. But for what the Innova Power map cost, I'm pleased with it, and I think it's enough to pay, to be honest. KTM should have done it right from the outset. They should have made the maps a bit rich from the outset. But I know why they've done it, because of emissions. They've got to meet certain standards. But they should have been able to provide an aftermarket map or let's say an off-road map, shall we say, which would run a little bit more richer, make the bike a little bit more reliable. So we'll give it some more testing at Red Bull Romaniacs, and we'll see how we get on with it. So what we're doing, so since the last video we've had 3 really good training weekends, feeling good. I've not really done much since the last training weekend, which was just maybe 2 weeks ago tomorrow. I've done a little bit of riding at home on the GPX just to keep ticking over, but nothing silly. I don't want to get injured before going to the event. So when we get to Romania next week, we'll start with some video updates on the Hard Enduro Adventure Media page. Just letting you know what's going on day by day. I have applied for media accreditation as a rider, so hopefully I might be able to get some additional footage which may include some GoPro stuff. But I'll have to keep your fingers crossed on that one and see what they say when I get there. So Red Bull Romaniacs, there'll be daily updates coming in relation to that. There's stuff from the paddock, service point, that sort of thing. It'll be short and sweet. And then when I get back, I'll see what footage I've got and maybe put some GoPro stuff out, things like that. So I'm really excited for Red Bull Romaniacs. What's happening with this? This is the current project. I started this project last year. I bought this bike last year. When I first got the bike, it was a standard 2017 6 days EXC 450. This, you know, the one with the Spanish colours. The bike had been a little bit neglected. It was a bit grubby in places, so it was a case of, right, let's strip it down, powder coat the frame, clean everything up, vapor blast certain parts, and we'll build a rally adventure bike. And that's what I've done with a Nomad Tower. So I'm not going to go into too much detail now, but I'm really pleased with how this is turning out. There's still a few bits to do with it, like the seat, suspension, and a few graphics and things, but otherwise the bike is pretty much nearly there now. And this is the sort of direction I'm going to be going in next year. Next year I'm probably going to take a year out from racing and just concentrate on just having some fun rides. We're still going to have the enduro bikes. We've still got the GPX 300 two-stroke coming when it arrives, you know. There's that to look forward to. And yeah, I want to do a bit of an adventure on this bike. Probably Trans-European Trail, Spain, Portugal, ride, that sort of thing. And yeah, just generally have fun next year. A few reasons. Because I want to do something a little bit different, and B, like a lot of things, it's the cost of fuel at the moment. The fuel's starting to cripple people. When you are going to events, you know, it's double the amount to actually get there in your van. And then obviously fuel for the bike as well, and then you've got your race entry fees on top, all that sort of stuff. It all mounts up, and it can make a racing weekend very expensive, and that's the sort of thing I'm going to try and avoid next year. I can't do everything, unfortunately. Yeah, excited about this. A few things to do with it, but more about that after Romaniacs. We've got Dawn to Dusk 24-hour solo in August as well, the August bank holiday. That's probably going to be the last mission of 2022 from a racing point of view. And then we've got Sea to Sky again at the end of October. I'll be trail riding at Sea to Sky. I haven't decided which bike I'm taking at the moment, but I'm going to be taking a bike there to ride, trail riding. So lots coming up. Look out for the updates from Red Bull Romaniacs starting from probably next Friday. I fly out on Friday the 22nd, and we'll start doing daily updates from there on. And anything that's of interest, okay? Don't expect me to be going around interviewing people, that sort of thing. I'm going to be concentrating on what I'm doing as a rider and letting you know what the sort of thing that I'll be going through, and the hoops that I might have to jump through when I get there, you know, with the getting the license, seeing the doctor, all that sort of stuff. So that's where we're at the moment. Stay tuned at Enduro and Adventure Media at Eurotech. See you next week.